Everybody, welcome back. Another episode AFC Northerners. And we're kicking it down the line.
Mark Herman, a.k.a. LA Bengal fan on Twitter, subbing in for Sam Weiss, repping the Bengals.
Welcome. Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jan Davis Utar, Ravens.
Chris Adkins, Steeler Nation.
Congratulations. Thank you guys, both of you, for coming in and subbing in. And you're going to be here for a while, which I'm happy to have.
Three-headed monster.
Awesome. All right, guys. So let's kick this right down the line, starting off with the Bengals.
All right. Well, the Bengals did lose their second
Yay!
in a row. I knew that would make you happy, but Bengal Nation, I'm going to quote Aaron Rodgers from last year. Relax.
Don't do it.
Relax. Chill. Okay? There were a lot of positive things that came out of Sunday night's game. I think everybody, including Bengal fans, were really curious to see how the Bengals would respond after shitting the bed on Monday night football in a game they absolutely should have won.
It's prime time. Right?
On prime time. Yeah. Well, why would you want to do it when nobody's watching? Let's do it when the whole country's watching.
It was primetime. Dalton actually didn't do bad.
No,
It's like did not do bad at all.
But they really responded well. They came in, took the field, they controlled the game while they had a healthy secondary in the first half. They did lose 4 players in the secondary, and that's when Arizona went on that 21-point run. But you know what? It was 31-21. And I was really happy to see the Bengals respond. I mean, come back and tie the game. So a lot of positive things. Like I said, we put 31 points on the board on a top NFC team.
That was impressive. Whenever I saw that score, whenever you guys were starting to come back, I was like, oh, they could actually win this. And I'm still cheering for the Cardinals because I'm a Ravens fan. I'm like, no, don't do that. But it was impressive.
And what about the third down play? They went for the win.
Yeah,
they
really
threw it
did.
to AJ and went for the win. Love to see that. So a lot of positive things. We have a very favorable schedule coming up, and 8-2. Hey, all 3 of these guys would love to be 8-2. I get it. That's fine. Bring it, because we're 8-2. So no time to panic.
Enjoy it.
No time
Enjoy
to
it. Because once you play the Rams, it's all going to go to hell. All right. So moving on to the Browns.
Motherfucker.
You called it last week.
You're going to lose in the
bye week.
We lost in the bye week. Only the bye week could do that to us, and the TMC.
No, only the Browns could do that to a bye week.
Figure out how to lose a bye week.
That's talent, fellas. That is raw talent. And it needs to be like harnessed. And I just TMZ, you just really fucking continue to piss us off. I don't understand what.
I think TMZ has it out for you.
I think they have it out for
Manziel. I think they have it Manziel completely.
It's mind-boggling to me that they can continually tarnish a kid's reputation. He is a kid. He's not a grown-up. He is a child, and you guys are badgering him. For the record, he would only be a senior in college this year. To me, that's still a fucking kid.
Yeah, but he keeps making the same mistakes over again.
Yeah,
get off social media.
No, that's because he's still a senior in college.
I think patience is needed with Manziel. Honestly, I really think patience is needed.
Patience and more rehab.
Yeah. And take away his Twitter account.
And his defense, if I were a senior and I could afford the pop bottles and stuff, I might have been doing that too. But
he's an NFL player.
I'm not. And that's what Penton was talking about in the presser today, or yesterday. He needs to be guided. He's still a child. He needs to be walked through what it takes to be an NFL caliber quarterback. It's not just what you do on the field, he was saying. It's what you do off the field. It's how you represent your brand. That brand's the Browns with Manziel. And he didn't represent that brand appropriately. That's why the guy got benched to third string. I'm not worried about it. I think this is just a lesson he needs to learn. I fully expect to see him play at least 2 or 3 more games. Hell, he may even start the back end of the season after this week. It could just be a 1-game deal.
Yeah, we were talking earlier saying like he might pop in like 3rd or 4th quarter, depending on how McCown's doing. So.
Hey, it's only going to take 1 hit to the helmet. McCown's back in the concussion protocol.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's move on to Ravens. We won against the St. Louis Rams, but man, did we lose. We are back to being a preseason team at this point. Basically, I mean, Flacco's out, Forset's out, Suggs, Smith. I mean, we have none of our starters, so really, it's whatever goes at this point from here on out. Like we're looking at draft pick basically at this point. I will say this: props to Crockett Gilmore, props to Justin Tucker. They are absolutely the reason why this game was saved. Kamar Aiken finally showed some actual.
I've been plugging him.
Like Kamar Aiken showed some stuff. I was really happy and proud of him. I will say that again, it was good to see the secondary try and rise up again. They're still not quite where I want them to be. And I am always a secondary guy. That's the jerseys I've always worn. There's always my secondaries, always my corners, Ed Reed, etc. Other than my Ray Lewis jersey because it's freaking GOAT. But
booty.
But here's the thing: like the thing that killed me about this game more than anything was the play calling. Play calling killed me on this game. Like literally. It was just another kind of Mark Trestman kind of scheme, and I wasn't really exactly happy with what we were putting out there. Again, we won. I can't complain too much, but we really didn't win the way I would really want to hope.
I don't think Trestman works well with Flacco.
I don't.
He was amazing with Cutler in Chicago.
I think that there's a communication breakdown.
Flacco, they're two different style quarterbacks.
If you can work with Cutler, you can work with anybody.
In theory,
yeah, but look at what Kubiak did.
Exactly.
Look at what Kubiak did last year with Flacco versus what Trestman has done this year with Flacco, and it's almost been a regression to me.
Yes, no, Kubiak was much better.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's really the key. But anyway, that's my reporting on the Rams. I'm glad that I was wrong that we we're gonna lose. I'm glad that we won, but not at the price that we had to pay. So moving on to Steelers.
Steelers were coming off a bye week. The one question in everyone's mind is just how is Ben doing?
Yeah.
And I mean, the kid's been run over by a car. He's had his nose busted. He's had his feet stepped on.
He got run over by a car?
Yeah. You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
Motorcycle.
Oh, yes.
He got in that motorcycle crash in the offseason and smashed his face in a windshield.
I forgot about that.
It doesn't matter what you do to this kid. He's going to dress on Sunday, and he's going to throw touchdowns.
He's the
It's going to happen. So, Ben's fine. I think he'll be out there. I don't think he'll miss a step. The one thing I do worry about this week is D'Angelo Brown. Not that I'm worried about him specifically, but behind him, the two guys, Todman and Peed, have 6 combined rushes for this season.
Oh, yeah.
This season. So, please, D'Angelo Williams, we need you to stay healthy. Whatever it takes. I mean, we can't put the ball in the hands of guys that have had 6 rushes.
No, we don't. You guys wouldn't want to do that.
He's actually been
I am cheering for that.
You would.
I totally would. All right, so starting off with next week's games, you're playing the Rams.
Yes, Bengals host the Rams. My biggest concern is injuries here. Obviously, we have a team that's got a reputation of
injuring people.
I would sugarcoat it, but I'm not, of injuring players. If you saw the way Andre Smith blocked in the Arizona game, I mean, he has got to have a better game. He was getting torched on the outside all night. And we lost Darquez Dennard for the year, which was our first guy to hit the IR this year, which is really remarkable in Week 11.
That's so
the
ridiculous.
First guy we put on the season-ending.
That's how you win championships.
That's the Ravens ran the table when they came into the playoffs healthy. And we just filled his spot with Ogboe, the offensive lineman that we drafted.
Oh, yeah. Ogboe. That's Ogboe.
So Andre Smith, if you don't get your... It doesn't sound like a Calypso song. If Andre Smith doesn't get his act together, his replacement is sitting on the active roster right now.
Yeah.
So my prediction for the game, I think the Bengals are going to win 24-13. But like I said, I'm hoping to come out of it injury-free.
The Rams, here's the thing about the Rams is that they, it's like, I know that, Fisher was saying, it's like, we don't play dirty. The Ravens need to look in the mirror. If you saw the way the punter straight up checked Will Hill when he was coming down the field in that last game, and Ravens fan, I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, that's some dirty shit. Yeah. Like, he was literally like, Will Hill's just jogging, and the punter's like, oh, it's a guy. Bam! And then it hits right into him. That's the kind of play you're going to have to deal with. And, I mean, they are potentially a team that can completely, even though they're bad, they can completely end your season.
Oh, it's...
Like, just because they want to. Like, you're like, we don't give a shit. We're going to take out Andy Dalton. And next thing you know, it's like your red rifle is out.
So,
I just love the fact
scary.
that my Ravens guy is complaining about players getting blown up by the punter. I love that. When that's when it comes down to for the Ravens, I love that.
It's their best player is their place kicker. So,
Gotta protect the place.
Oh, Jesus
Nice.
Christ. All right, moving on to Browns and Ravens.
Browns Ravens Monday night.
Oh my
I'm
God!
surprised we're even there.
I know, right? And you
We'll
know the
take it.
scheduler is so like, oh shit, I picked this wrong.
you can't flex
They gave
out of
us
that game.
21 fucking days off. Of course they fucking did the schedule wrong. They're fucking sitting somewhere in a bus with the damn referees. I really, really hope it's good weed they're smoking.
Well, if they got it from Bell, it would be.
Oh, damn.
Zinger!
All right, well, the last time we played them, that was October 11th. Brownies won in overtime, 33-30. Flacco had 210 with 1 in the air, 2 on the ground. McCown, 457. Barnridge, had 139 with 1. I think those guys are going to be keys to watch. Well, not Flacco and Forsett, because those guys are fucking not going to be there. Ain't that great? Honestly, penalties in that game killed both teams. Cleveland was 9 for 74. Baltimore was 12 for 98. Can't have penalties. Can't win football games without penalties. Inability to score points on these guys and on us. 11 and a half a game since we played them last. Not going to win football games scoring 11 points. I don't know. Schwab's the starter. He hasn't had a game in...
Schwab.
Yeah,
Schwab.
right. Whatever. So, it doesn't really matter. He's going to be there 1, maybe 2 games. Seriously.
You're going to have Joe Hayden on a pick 6 running down the sideline. So.
And that'll be it. And then they're going to go get Brandon Whedon from Dallas. And then we get to watch that all over again. Ain't that great? Freaking... dude, I don't know. Last time Flacco missed the game was in 07.
Yeah, it's like
Torrey
it's
Smith was the
Torrey,
quarterback.
exactly. It's like we've never had him out for a game ever. Like Troy Smith was the last person that literally played for us back in 07. So since 2008, Flacco has not missed a game ever. So coming over for the Ravens for this, literally we're a preseason team. Like, we have nothing to lose at this point. And because of that, I think that, I don't think this is going to be quite the snooze fest that, everybody thinks it might be. I think that you're going to see some really, if it were mine to be the OC, I would want to be Trestman and be like, I'm going to throw everything out there. I'm going to try all the weird plays. Because literally, now we're just in a race to see who gets the number 1 draft pick, right? So why not do that? Why not, I think that the penalties are what's going to lose us this game, honestly, because you have a lot of untested people that they're going to make a lot of mistakes. I think that literally, if I can make a prediction on anything, it's going to be that we're going to have 124 yards in penalties. But I think
that's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I think it's going to, seriously, I do. I think we're going to have 15 penalties for 124 yards, something stupid like that. And it's all going to be pass interference. But
we got the market on pass interference.
Right. But I think that for this game, really, the key is really seeing what our guys that are, next man up are capable of doing. I personally, if I have to call it, I've got to give a prediction. I think that it's going to be a weird score. I think it's going to be 16-11. I think we're going to go for a 2-point conversion. We're actually going to make it. I think it's going to be a really weird score. And I think that it's going to be that, but I think it's going to be in the Browns' favor. I don't see the Ravens pulling this off. And seeing how they beat us with Flacco and with Forsett the last time, now that we're without him, if we beat them in this game, I literally will be shocked. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a weird score. I'm predicting 16-11, but really any weird score will do.
Sweeper.
I know.
2 pick 6s and a safety.
Exactly.
So the Browns will win the game.
The only other thing I can say is that literally I think that this could be the first game of the entire season where we have the potential to be beat by more than just a 1 score.
Okay, yes, the Ravens have been close in every loss.
Yeah, it's because we've been close in every single loss. So that's my thing. So anyway, there you go. 16-11, Browns, Ravens. Moving on to Steelers.
Well, first, AFC North fans. Christmas coming up early this week.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see the Bengals play at 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see the Steelers play at 1:30, and then the hashtag Bosa Bowl.
Monday night.
Hashtag
Everybody wants that game.
terrible comes on at
Terrible.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I like that.
Terrible.
Okay, so the things to watch out for, things to watch out for in this game. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, fortunately for the Steelers, Marshawn Lynch having the sports hernia, just had his has surgery. Doesn't look like he'll be playing for a month or so. And ESPN is even going as far as saying he may have worn a Seahawks jersey for the last time this season.
Wow.
And for
Could
his
you
career.
just have foresighted where Lynch will end up if
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't
Falcons?
stay in Seattle?
That would be
They have a
interesting.
running back.
That would be interesting. All right, moving on.
Yeah. So the matchups I like to see this week. The first matchup that I want to talk about, and I think is going to be, for me, the most entertaining, is watching Brown take Richard Sherman up and down the field this week. I'm going to love
Even though he
watching
just
that.
follows him on Twitter.
He follows him. he follows him on Twitter. He's going to follow him around the field, but he's going to be behind him.
Oh,
not in front of
okay.
him.
Wow.
Thomas Rawls. I mean, everyone's talking about this.
Yeah, that kid.
The Rolls Royce
Rolls.
is what they're.
Yeah, exactly. The
The
Rolls
Rolls Royce. I mean,
Yes.
I think he's going to break down this week. As a rookie, you have the advantage of no one knowing what your bag of tricks are.
Yeah.
We've had a little bit of chance to see what he has to offer. Plus, now we know it's coming.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
guys, get after him. The linebackers got to get after this kid because he will run all over us. Something else that's interesting is that for ESPN, their power rankings, they had the Steelers as number 9, Seahawks as number 8.
So
Very rare you get to
Interesting.
see an 8 and 9 matchup.
yeah, it really is, and it's Big Ben's first time playing in Seattle,
Yes,
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Big Ben's first trip, 12-year vet,
Years.
first trip to Seattle.
That's crazy.
How does that even happen?
I know, right? Like
Yeah.
that's. Welcome to the NFL, ladies and gentlemen.
So, again, Christmas coming early for Steelers fans as well. I see this one 27-24, Steel Curtain.
27-24?
27-24.
All right, rock on. All right, guys, that does it for us. Let's see. Where are you going to be for the Bengals game?
I'm going to be at 5 Line over in Eagle Rock with the Bengals West crowd.
Awesome.
I've got no fucking clue. I really don't. Actually,
He doesn't even know what he's doing when he's here.
I think I'm at the Getty Center on Sunday. So.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm going to be with all the other Ravens fans here in LA at Happy Endings for the West Wing. That's what we call our Ravens group. I know it's adorable, West Wing. Make sure you join us here at Happy Endings Bar on Sunset. And where are you going to be?
For this week, I might go to Gabe's on Sepulveda. Awesome Steelers bar. I went there a couple weeks ago with my parents. They actually even have a food truck outside
Really?
that serves Pittsburgh-style sandwiches, very similar to Permane. So if you're from
Really?
Pittsburgh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These guys may or may
I
not.
love
but,
the Montes. Yeah,
hey.
it's like, I love it.
One just opened in Maryland.
What?
I might have stayed there if I'd have known that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and sign off as we always do with the same of Fuck the Patriots. See you next week, guys.